Call to order, public hearing on the building codes. And the way, we'll sway and do the pledge now, all right, I know that's fine, I was sitting there wondering when do I do it? Anyway. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Nobody's signed up. Public hearing, just move on.
Open it for comments.
Yeah, okay. Call it, open it up for any public hearing. If no one signed up, we go ahead and close public hearing and move on. Call to order council meeting. Move into, I don't have, well, let me share some announcements, those of you that haven't. I'm pretty sure everybody already knows this. Our website for the city of Charlotte is live. Try to share it with everyone. I believe you just go to the city of Charlotte, TN, and click on it, and it should pop up. There's being new things added. Pretty much often. I know that we're able to post our meetings, agendas, any upcoming events, that sort of thing. So if there's anything that you would like to see put on there, just contact me or Sherry, either one, and we'll see what we can do to have it put on. There's two or three other things that we'll probably talk about in the meeting that I'll move on to. Don't know anybody all you have noticed the fountain, the water fountain over there in our little park is been completed, painted. So I thank Sherry for that. She volunteered time on the weekends and early mornings to do that. And just ride by there and take a look, see what you think.
Looks wonderful.
Better than gray wall.
Well, yeah, yes. It's gotta get sealed really good, though. I have to do some touch-ups and then get sealed, because it's much fun.
Okay, that's all I have. I'll move on to the action items, which would be the first one is consideration of the wastewater minutes from April 28th, 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Linda makes a motion to approve the sewer minutes. Vicky seconds. Any other discussion or any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next item is consideration of approving regular city council meeting minutes from April 28th, 2026. Motion to approve, second. Take seconds. Any other discussion or any discussion? Not other than had it yet. If there's no discussion, all those in favor of approval say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Mayor Council, property 105 Hooper Road, Charlotte, will be on Dixon Circuit Court agenda. Property at 3177 Baylor Highway. Friday. Next one we're dealing with was 134 Maxwell Street. I sent a letter after our meeting April 29th. Terms to be on office on May 12th. That's one where there was, I think there was yard sale, continuous yard sale going on. Ceased. Still,
Yeah.
still the same issue.
So, across from where Julian built his new house. Across the road there.
Initially,
I went by there up there. Didn't even pay it any attention.
initially there was a tent.
It looked like everything inside the house is in the yard. Literally.
At this point,
There was some stuff from my house in the yard, garbage out, and just,
initially the person called you as far as the tent. Now this is.
maybe several people on that road are pretty fed up with it.
No response this time. My letter basically stated. Short sale, you're not allowed. Short sale. Cleaned it up, cleared up. Well, I'm gonna try this. These folks are frozen.
But let's go that route. Let's try that, yeah.
I'm sure. Caleb.
That letter sent out to the owner.
That's the one that Caleb had reported on, and I've got a no action until we. Because he said it was being maintained. The person I had initially sent it to was not the owner. I think it's-
Yes.
Pursue anything with it unless you know. He seems to be.
Is it one on the corner? The, what,
Adams.
oh, Joe Swift and his wife owned that property.
Okay. I understand. It doesn't belong to the lodge.
I'm not gonna do anything with that property. Unless you know. All I have.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions for Mr. Becker? Moving on, item number 2 is the second reading of proposed ordinance to adopt and amend the building code for the city of Charlotte. Probably your packet that is clipped together.
Just make a money, this got a first reading in May, excuse me, April. Second reading, public hearing was for input by the public on these building codes. Again, this has been recommended, went through planning commission, planner here, we have questions, this is being recommended to be approved. Following this, we'll give the resolution for consideration of permit fees, which is cited to within the new ordinance by resolution to adopt permit fees. Questions about specific portion?
Have a motion to approve. Ricky makes a motion to approve proposed ordinance to
Building codes
adopt
with the changes.
and amend the building code of the city of Charlotte.
These changes from last time, we came up with, right?
That's the.
That's gonna be the next, that's gonna be the next.
We changed the verbiage in the ordinance.
Right.
All that.
I'll second.
Ricky makes the motion to approve, Linda seconds. Any discussion? Not, no discussion, all those in favor say aye. Opposed? Next item is consideration of proposed draft of resolution for the city of Charlotte to adopt and amend permit fees. Should have a new updated permit fee sheet there. And I think is what we agreed to.
Just you. Mr. Mayor, you all had a work session, took notes based on that work session. The changes, Mr. Hilton had kind of put together a draft proposal, and we also provided the city of Dixon, I think provided Blackrock, and it's kind of there's an open discussion, the work session, just trying to get an idea of the reason for the fees, the basis for the fees, and also trying to set the fees to be more reflective of what costs are, in performing the task behind them. So this wouldn't have a for you, it is Exhibit A, which I put together again based on information you all have provided. So I certainly recommend it as an Williamson, and we'll adopt permit fees and this recommendation.
Approve the resolution.
Ricky makes a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Stevie seconds. Any other discussion? Not, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Uh, New business, some of these things were brought up. Actually, the first three were brought up in discussion, I think both in the work session as well as in the meeting last time. First one is part-time yearly salary for mayor, really been paid for each meeting. I don't know, Mr. Vandervoort, if, I guess we would have to look at these one at a time correctly. Is that correct?
You probably should work it in.
Okay.
Different areas.
So I know that in our discussion in the work session, it was gonna, I mean, logically be based on our budget, you know, and of course, without having a budget, you know, I don't know that we can move forward with a dollar amount. But I think that if it's in your favor, that if you want to do this for the mayor, as well as the next two, increase the pay for city council and for planning and zoning, we can go ahead and approve those without a dollar amount, can't we, to increase them? And then wait till, or would we just be better off waiting to see where we stand with our finances?
You're asking for a recommendation.
I'm asking you for a recommendation.
Sure, sure. I mean, ideally, this is going to be an amount that budget. This is going to carry on. You're not going to change it every year, right? So, I think having in my mind, having good planning would be, you have the budget, okay, you really, dealt with historically, what objective to kind of keep up with some of the inflation, or keep up with surrounding areas. With somewhat more commensurate, actually, you all have a lot of time dedicated towards this. But all of that, in my mind, would you all had a work session discussion. Election time. Yeah. Cannot vote yourself increase while in office, it's for that elections.
This very fast.
timing. Could you do it? Yes, could. Seen it here. You're projecting out for the next 4 years.
Right.
And ideally, you increase every 4 years. Well. We do increase it every 2. Every 4 years. We done it right before.
Yeah.
Right. Doing it this time. But we can do it in August. I mean, it'll take effect in September. I mean, we can do it with the budget. I think we need to.
I think we need to plan on the amount now. Please.
I just wonder what is the, are we trying to become comparable in the area, or what generated this discussion, I guess? And let me stop there. If I'm speaking solely towards the city council and the planning and zoning board, are we trying to keep, is the goal to try to be like everyone else in the county as far as pay wise, or what was the thought process of bringing this up? Or is it something that gets brought up every 4 years? I know that it went through, did it go through, what, that was the last meeting 4 years ago or 2?
Well, 4 years ago, they said they had to have Sheila's the one that brought it up. They said they hadn't had a pay increase in like 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a long time. And we agree that it should have been more. But what they were talking about at the last meeting or the work session is with we never had work sessions before. That was never a work session. And if you're coming down here at least 2 or 3 times, then it needs to be increased. And we were talking about doing wasn't it a pay increase, but no,
It was a monthly,
it's a monthly thing, and no matter how many times we meet.
if you met 2 times or 1 time or 30.
Or 4 times, it doesn't matter, it's gonna be the same no matter what, every time.
Just, we can talk about it towards the budget. I mean, if it's $50, $100, whatever it is, I mean, it's not gonna be, to me, I didn't come to do this to be rich. So, I didn't give it, honestly, whenever I got elected, I didn't even know how much you got paid, so. But that's what, I just wanted to make sure, when we talk about it next, if I need to look at what they're doing elsewhere in the county, if we're trying to be comparable, or what we're trying to do.
No, I think it was more what your time is.
Sure.
Because the mayor here, and Garland comes in every day. That way you get the mail and.
Yeah, the yearly, the mayor one, I would definitely, yeah, I can see where that would make sense.
We were talking about insurance is included on there, so we was going to keep us included that. Like salary.
Just see what it does. I think we don't know where we are really right now. We want to sign up for a pay increase without knowing.
Because we raised it $50 for the council members and $100 is what we.
Council gets $250, the mayor gets $500.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it was.
Right, because
I'm talking about, yeah,
It was, I don't know what it, I mean, ours is 250 now.
Yep.
And
it
yours
was 200.
200, it was 200.
yeah, 5 and 6, yeah, the mayor was 6.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Mary went to 6.
We just,
See the finance.
we need to be better.
Yeah, we still have time, we have plenty of time to do it before August 31st. Or before our last meeting.
Are you
I would say we have time, I wouldn't say plenty.
We can only be here in June.
Well, we still have July and August.
Have it twice.
Yeah.
Have it twice.
Budget.
The budget, yeah.
Plus twice.
You can't start the budget until you get it on.
Yeah.
I know that's down,
Well-
last thing.
It's next.
Yeah.
Yeah, which that was something that I'd have to ask you guys more on. She said, Mitzi says that there are some things that we can do as far as the budget without the audit. But she didn't specify, so. And she's on vacation this week, so. But anyway. And far as we'll move on, I mean, is there any action that we need to take on these first 3 items just to, do I need a motion to postpone them?
You could defer it.
Defer it.
It'll be on the next agenda. I'll make a motion to defer it.
Second.
There's a motion. Is that for all 3 of them or just one at a time?
All three.
All 3, okay. Stevie makes the motion to defer. First 3 items under new business, Chris seconds. I don't think there's any more discussion.
The only thing that I would say is maybe at our next meeting, maybe if we can see the breakdown, the full cost, average cost of each individual for a full year.
Okay.
That way we know where we're starting.
Yeah.
and see what changes.
No problem. Any other discussion? All those in favor to defer, say aye. Opposed? Last item in there, number 4 is audit the next year's budget. I don't know exactly where they are. I do know that even today, we got an email requesting information so they could continue with the audit, so. So there's things that they are requesting, that we're trying to get to them. And that, like I said, I know Mitzi is on vacation and Stephanie is working on it. She's the one that sent, Chad an email today. And, and then we got 2, that we're, trying to get to them.
I'll make it, I want to make a note that, this audit was due December the 31st
Correct,
by law.
correct.
It is now May.
I know it's due.
By law, it should have been
And,
turned in by December 31st.
and you can make another note that our new budget's supposed to be submitted
Yeah.
July
That's
1st.
correct.
But they do give you a 2-month.
We potentially could not be approving a budget with this council. At this rate, that's probably fair.
Technically, yeah.
That could be a fair statement. I hope it's not like that. At the speed we're going.
What else are they waiting on?
Well, one of-
Simple. I say simple.
Well, one of the things today in the sewer, Chad he can correct me, they requested inventory of. And technically back in beginning of the physical year 24, I mean, The sewer department carries very little to no inventory. I mean, there may be a few pieces of pipe, some nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, we're wanting that inventory, and of course, then they, huh?
Thought they had the pot.
I'm gonna say, that was a finding that we had in the last audit.
Yeah. But, I mean,
That was
we're
100
100,
pots.
we're 102.
100. So that, yeah, that was brought up in our last audit, and that's why they had to have an inventory. But they made up an inventory number based on invoices.
So, I mean, we can, I guess, pool POs, and things like that, and include the 20 pots. They would have been, they weren't installed till 24, 25, right? So. I believe that's right. Then, you know, that's something that we can add and send to them, because that's something that we got paper, you know, we got, you know, proof, but as far as every nut and bolt, just, like I said, and pieces of pipe, the only thing I know would be to go back and just see where we purchased any of that stuff and include that.
Is there anything else that they're looking for?
What did,
I got probably 5 to 6 new requests on Friday, and I started pulling as much as I could. But I know one thing we've got to get pulled right now is the HRA, because like when they were here, I was bringing stuff back and forth with the mayor, and they were sitting over there with them, and they didn't realize we even had HRA benefits in their package, and so trying to get all that pulled together and get all those things fixed and straightened out. And then what was the other, was
Lewis.
that, is it Lewis?
Lewis Lane,
That.
they're wanting to know the total cost that it took for cost of developer to build Lewis Lane, and he doesn't even know how much it cost him. He knows how much the paving was, but
Why do they want to know that?
That's not part of it.
That's-
It's in the city, but it's not part of it.
it's something,
There's just maybe.
has something to do with infrastructure.
It's probably
Uh,
considered an asset, right?
That's not what she referred to it, but it could be.
Yeah, it's like infrastructure.
Did the city invest money into it?
Nope.
We don't own any of the lots.
But we
We paid it, but that's part of the city.
recognized it as a city street.
Well, they donated to us when it's finished, right?
Yeah,
That's- yeah.
which we have to upkeep it now.
Okay.
So
But it has, when they meet all the city specs, then it's donated in the end,
Right,
where it becomes a city street.
okay.
But I don't know, I don't understand why it would be. And we want to know what it costs to develop.
That,
You ever heard of that, JP?
Yeah, Lee probably, well, certainly,
but we.
sewer infrastructure information, sewer, talking about the road, probably talking about the topping bond we had on that street, or just kind of basic maintenance. Because once it's dedicated to the city for pothole, what's it take to fix it? But I've never
yeah,
heard of
until we
that,
fix it.
I've never heard of HR, who was it?
No, it's the
Oh, no,
auditor.
that was the
I
auditor.
never,
Yeah, I mean,
I never known them.
Why would they want to-
What it costs, I've never heard of that conversation.
The only way they would have done anything about it is if it was already on the asset sheet.
I think a lot is good ask.
I think,
Yeah,
no, I say that I can think of.
We got the right people, that's a hard question.
still need.
Sure.
Never ending.
He just forwarded the email. He said there's like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
It's just the newest.
Yeah, just for it.
okay.
There's no other
Pulling
way to
stuff
do
that
it.
she sends.
Another thing was internal controls. She was wanting to know if we had passed any motions to do that, but some of the things are included in our new charter.
That's not the,
That's not
that's
for
not the
last
time
year.
period she's auditing, right.
Right. So I mean, really, I mean,
We got hit on those.
We
got
didn't-
hit on that last.
we didn't do anything till this year, 25, 26. Correct? Yeah. So I don't know
We
if
didn't
that's,
get it until June.
I don't know if that's something that we need to put into a motion and vote on. You know, now that I'm coming in and doing part of the office stuff.
I don't know if you vote on it, you make a policy.
I'm gonna take a look at it, I'm not sure which specific.
Now, we-
Something on it.
I
It
guess
was-
we would have to.
It's the same thing. It was a finding last.
Yeah.
But, if you are in fact putting things more procedural. So,
Yeah, it's just gotta be on paper.
yes and no. How are you actually doing it? Anyone?
Your internal controls should probably be on. I think it was more along the lines of this job does this job does this, and really it shouldn't take that long. You
Right.
do it all, so, and you're the only person that's really in there, so that's really what we're looking for.
But addressing what the mayor said is that, hey, I'm all as a part of internal control, it requires two people.
I think that's all gotta be down on. I think that's what they're talking about as far as like,
And they're probably
this is
just,
how this happens. It doesn't name the person, but it names mayor does this, this person does that. And that's how she explained it last year.
I just didn't know if that's something that we would need to, maybe just policy.
But we just want to do this when we look at it. Sure. Every single process is going to be a process.
I think it's only audited process, not this person hands out
Sure.
a business application. I think it's more,
Yeah.
this is how we handle cash, or this is how we handle the check that comes in. That's how I understood it from her last year.
Yeah.
So maybe, I get what you're saying, the possibilities could be in.
Yeah, there is, and that's why I said maybe we.
Days in advance again, do I need, if I wanted to call a work session, do we have to make it public?
It's just reasonable notice, but I mean, within at least 48 hours.
Okay. I saw something again on MTS, it's something about 48 hours.
It can be-
I guess where I'm going with that, depending on, you know, if the audit gets finished, you know, certainly I would like to have a work session before you guys, you know, take off on vacation. So I don't know what your schedules are the next 2 weeks.
I'm here until the 10th.
Till you're here, and then the 11th, you're,
11 for the meeting.
okay. So that, I don't know if that'll give us enough time or not.
2 months, yeah, 2 weeks.
Okay.
If she can get it, as soon as she's ready to go over it, because she came last time.
Yeah, and she'll do the same thing this time, she told me. Anything else? Moving on to committee reports. Report.
Mr. Mayor, the update where you all communicate with Representative. In the charter. Copy of that. Probably on. Do that.
Board of Finance. Yes, I mean, we talked about it under item number 4, okay, wastewater. Anything you thought of since,
No, sir.
okay, streets and bridges. Any potholes anybody knows about, report it, please. Most of the time, citizens will, but I haven't heard of any.
Your red light's out.
Well,
No, it's not.
it ought to be fixed now. Ought to be fixed. Dixon Electric was heading up the hill as I come down.
They said they were, yeah, dispatch told me they called them and they said they were gonna try to reset it. I called Chad, he said he'd try to get hold of
And
Charlie.
if I'd
Fixed, we're not coming.
if I'd done what I should have done, I'd brought that key home from Dixon Electric. I had.
But it was working when I come down here, so. I just
But,
completely forgot about it.
There was no time, but I did get something that light is going to be revitalized by the state. They didn't put a start date on it or anything like that, but they were notifying all utilities such that that they were going to replace and add crosswalks. But whether or not they do it, that's a whole different.
Be 20 years from now.
Next thing is street lights and signs. I think we've got some new signs ordered, right? And I don't know if any of you guys noticed the new Collier House sign that we had made up. 2 things on that I'm gonna bring up. We've had an individual who sent me a nice little email, not quite as good as the first one I got a few months ago, but wanting to know why there are school zone lights on Highway 48 since you cannot access a school off of Highway 48. He's requesting that they be removed.
Must have somebody finally got a ticket because they run 70 through there.
So I
I don't know that rule, but I know like the old elementary was accessible from 20.
Yeah, and from my understanding, now, I may be speaking out of line, but from my understanding, eventually, there's gonna be access to the middle school off of Highway 48. Well, it's,
We'll see.
yeah, but anyway, I have an issue with removing them because traffic, Do I drive 15 miles an hour when I go through it? Used to, I did, but I never got over 20.
Yeah. But
But
it wouldn't really be up to us, right? Be up to the state.
no, it's up to us, I think. I mean, the state can actually make you take them down, but it's up to us whether or not we want to take them down or.
Well, half the time you can't tell if they're, because the way they flash, you look up and it might be off and then it's back on.
Yeah.
And it's off. So sometimes you can't even tell they're flashing.
I mean,
And I've had semis come flying up on me right in front of Eubanks,
yeah,
hauling in the
I
morning.
got $1 million question. Do we have school zones anywhere else?
yeah, there's one on, is there still one on the bypass? Not the, I guess you consider the bypass, Hensley Drive in front of the high school.
No.
Senior.
I'm talking about here.
No.
Do you have one on Humphreys? Do you have one on Academy? Okay, well, they're coming out of those two streets.
Right. And that was his point. That was the day of the lights ought to be on
That
those.
long driveway coming from like,
But-
if you go to White Bluff, they got that school, and they come down High School Street or whatever the name of the street is, and then on the main highway, they're not on the main highway, they're way back. That's where they access the buses, they gotta come out to something. And I think that's why you have that.
Do they have that on?
Well, they ain't like it, it's, what is it, 200 yards from the
Yes, they do.
blinking light to the red light?
No,
Oh, you
Oh,
know,
wait, like, look, one second,
Like,
White Bluff.
James.
Creekwood has them.
yeah, Creekwood.
But Creekwood is also.
But William James, yeah, highway, William James Middle School's off of Highway 70. And they have lights, but now they're elementary.
They took ones down in front of the high school, that,
I don't think so.
I think they did,
They,
because there's a turning lane and stuff there now. I think
they have, but they have red light.
Revitalize that intersection, kind of what we was talking about.
Yeah.
That could be something that could assist. That's kind of,
Is it a crosswalk?
that's right.
I mean, back in the day, when me and Stevie was in school, a lot of us walked to school out this way.
Yeah.
Rode bicycles to school.
Them streets up through there need to be.
Don't like-
Yeah. Well,
I think Chad needs to direct traffic.
It don't matter if you put 5 miles, they ain't following the
They ain't gonna follow
speed.
it.
The only thing that I can see, the only thing that could be talked about and adjusting is maybe coming from the furnace. Like, I could see that one maybe moving a little bit closer.
No, it needs to move down. It needs to move on the other side.
But
Because them semis, they ain't got time to stop.
you can get stuck
Yeah,
in the middle of Charlotte at 7:30, easy,
yeah.
real easy, or.
You get stuck down here at the bottom of the hill anyway.
You're gonna have to have a cop. Buses out.
Yeah.
They already have to do it at the intersection.
I guess they have two up here, don't they? At Humphreys and Academy, Tracy Academy. That's just-
Make a suggestion.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I would do that as well as the sheriff's department, as well.
Yes.
He and I are still in conversation over, taking over the three-way stop in the afternoons. And, having.
In the mornings.
The mornings and afternoons, having, no stop north and south until traffic builds up on Spring Street or 49 down here, and then stopping and letting them out. He thinks, and I do too, that if you keep the traffic flow, which I don't know that it's gonna help in the mornings, because then you got traffic up there on, trying to turn on 47.
Yeah.
And you gotta line it, so I don't know. That's one of our discussions. But anyway, we're gonna move on. Public safety.
Just to let y'all know, we got our compressor and all that stuff put in about 2.5 weeks ago, and it's great. Guys can actually train without having to run the Dixie bottles or.
It's good to see you and have you doing that.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Parks and recreation. Beautification. Education, planning and zoning. Something coming up, I think in June.
Can't remember if it was
Oh,
subdivided something.
Oh, on planning and zoning, yeah, there's actually two things, and one was waiting to hear back from Jacob, because it was iffy if it was gonna have to be voted on, and then the other definitely is like, have to be voted on,
and
two different builders.
Jacob's leaving.
Yes, and Jacob's leaving.
I don't know if he will be at this planning and zoning meeting or not. Nothing on construction, ambulance service, no.
Still don't have a date of when they're moving.
They say by July 1. They're open July 1, they, heating their people been down there, I know the drywall people were there a couple of weeks ago, because I saw the truckload of drywall coming in, so I think they're rocking and rolling over there.
Future discussion of what we're gonna do with that building.
I don't know, that's something that we need to think about. Yeah, absolutely. Last item here was for public comments. There will be no public comments, nobody signed up to speak. Remind everyone, planning and zoning June 4th, and then wastewater and next council meeting, June 23rd. And I wish I could do something about it.
Yeah, because I'm
Since-
ready.
Oh, I mean,
And
we
they
should still have 4 here
Yes.
for a quorum, and anyway.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Steve makes a motion.
Yeah.
I'll second. Ricky